Gotta ask for more.
It all started on an ordinary day in the most ordinary place in the world, the waiting room at Mitford Junction.
Can I have a glass of water, please? I've got something in my eye and I want to bathe it.
I knew a man who lost the use of one eye through having a bit of grit in it. Is that better?
No, I'm afraid not.
Can I help?
Oh, no, please.
Try pulling your eyelid down.
Please, Lane, help. I happen to be a doctor.
That's very kind of you.
Look up to the light. Okay. Down. Okay.
There you go, my dears. Nice cup of rosy.
That's how it all began, just through me getting a bit of grit in my eye.
Is tea bad for one, worse than coffee?
If this is a professional interview, my fee's a guinea.
Why did you become a doctor?
Well, that's a long story.
And did it start in Australia?
No, actually, it started before that, when I lived in England, as a youngster, when I first got involved with music.
What did they call you doctor for?
I'm not entirely sure. I think it was some perverse character at school that nicknamed me that, I think, because of my lack of respect for the Beatles.
Lack of respect for the Beatles? Why?
Well, I don't know. You know, when a lot of people were into the Beatles or into like early 70s sort of art rock, I sort of hung around with people who were more into like the northern soul scene and stuff, and I suppose that's why, and it just stuck.
And you flub all the time in interviews?
Mm.
Why?
Are we on camera now?
Yeah.
Oh God. I suppose it's because I'm paranoid, because I think the truth is pretty boring.
Do you?
Mostly.
But the truth's quite gripping for a lot of the things that you've done.
Not my truth.
Well, that's a bit existential, not my truth. When you were in Australia, do you think that your mother, being a musician, had any influence on you? Tell us about your mum.
My mum, well, yeah, she had. I mean, my mother and my father were both very much into music. In fact, I mean, I was brought up, sort of raised on Elvis Presley, and they were both like big Elvis Presley fans, and they had a sort of mini shrine to him in the corner of the living room.
With a candle?
No, not with a candle, with a cardboard cutout of him, like that, and I follow that dream sign, and I sort of live my life from that, you know, good advice.
What kind of a teenager were you?
Depressed and repressed. I'm not trying to come on like, you know, Morrissey or something, but you know, it was. I changed schools a lot, so I didn't really sort of have a lot of friends and stuff, because I never had the chance to do it, and then I got sort of shunted out to Australia when I was 15. And
why did you go there?
well, I had to go. You know, my mother sort of fled the country at that time.
Fled?
Yeah. And I went with her. And it was a bad time to go. It was like 76, you know, and I really wanted to stay around and join some dodgy punk band, but probably I did well not to do that in the end.
And was Australia good?
Yeah, it was an inspiration. I mean, it wasn't what I thought it would be, you know. It wasn't the sort of land of milk and honey full of sort of archetypes. It was... They were very honest, you know. I find Australians very honest and straightforward people, and Sydney, where I lived, was like sort of a cross between London and New York, I thought. And I loathed the idea at first, but I started writing for the music, for their equivalent of the NME, don't slow up, and sort of got involved in stuff there with a lot of the bands, and went on tour with English bands that came over there to tour, and so I kept involved.
How important do you think it is for bands to have a political stand? And in fact, do you think nearly all bands, just by virtue of being constantly in the public eye, exude some kind of political stance?
Yeah, it's not really important. I mean, it's a sick thing, you know, when I think there's a certain element amongst groups who instantly take on a right-on, you know, sort of left-field stance because they think it's cool, and they'll get half a page in the NME. But I think that whatever anybody does as a musician or as a pop singer or anything, even if they don't say anything, they imply a certain stance.
Do you worry about constantly giving a sort of completely different impression of yourself to what you're probably really like, and being constantly bolshy whenever you do interviews?
I don't think I'm bolshy when I do interviews. I think, no, I mean, I don't think that, I'm not two people, you know. I don't sort of have one stage persona and the other, you know. I'm quite shy, but on the other hand, I'm quite opinionated. But I don't think I'm particularly bolshy, and it doesn't matter me.
There's your train.
Mm.
You mustn't miss it.
No.
What's the matter?
Nothing at all, really.
It's been so very nice. I've enjoyed my afternoon enormously.
I'm so glad, so am I. Shall I see you again?
It's the other platform, isn't it? You'll have to run. Don't bother about me. Mine's not due for a few minutes.
Shall I see you again?
Yes, of course you can. Perhaps you can come out to Ketchworth one Sunday. It's rather far, but we should be delighted.
Please, please.
What is it?
Next Friday, at the same time?
No, I couldn't possibly.
Please, I ask you most humbly.
You'll miss your train.
All right.
Bye.
Goodbye.
I'll be there.
Well, thank you very much, Paula. She'll be back next week after a brief holiday. Yes, people are so easily impressed with these things.